because that's a whole lot of chin and not a whole lot of me. All right, we are live on both my channels. Hi, channel. Hi, channel. That's right. If I've got the onboard right here, I'm going to turn this around and run this if you want to see it. I'm also running just a tripod showing the whole backyard. I'm putting my new RIPPA RS06 to work. I've mentioned this backyard before. I'm sure I have a video or two of me doing some work and burning some stuff here. We still have Hurricane Helene debris to clean up. The damage has been fixed. My garage is whole and new again after taking 3 red oak trees to the top of it. But I still have a whole lot of wood back here. So I've cleared out my burn pile so that we can start fresh burns. I'm also building a land bridge that way, which goes over a old county road, which is kind of a cool feature of my property. And once that land bridge is built out, I'm going to take the machine and a chainsaw further into the woods, and we're going to clear out a campground studio so I can do my gear reviews. On my other channel, I have a, if you haven't seen it, haven't noticed, I do review hiking, camping, backpacking gear, some tech gear, and other gear that people throw at me, and sometimes even outdoor machinery gear like I'm kind of doing today. But a few people have reached out and asked me some questions about this machine, so I figured I would show it in action. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I probably won't be able to answer any questions or comments that anybody pops in with during this because I'm going to be operating machinery. But before I close out the live, I'll check both of my accounts, both lives, and see if there's any questions or anything to answer, and I'll just pretty much hold the cameras side by side and answer them to both channels if anybody cares or anybody has questions. If you have questions and you're seeing this later, you can always leave it in the comments too. That being said, I don't know how loud this is going to be when I fire it up, so I may put this on mute. I don't know yet. You're sitting about 1.5 feet above an engine compartment that is a Kubota diesel engine. So we're going to fire this up. We're going to see if it's too loud for you. And we're going to just play for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, get some work done back here. And then I'll kill the live, and if I'm feeling like still going, I'm going to go. And if not, I'm hoping to get a lot of work done in 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to start by clearing up the pile that's right in front of me, which has some roots and some logs. I'm not going to dig too deep into that, but we're going to get it gone. And hopefully this isn't too loud from the get. Oh yeah, you want to face that? Let's face that. Let's move this. Yeah, that's a much better view, isn't it? Let me pull this up this way. Don't mind me while I talk to myself. We're going to pull that like this, as far back as I can. I do have a 44-inch bucket on the machine right now, which should be able to pick up quite a bit of whatever. I'm going to throttle up in a minute. It might get loud. Just turn your TVs down or your phone or whatever you're watching on. And it might get a little shaky. that's interesting. Yeah. Take a guess. Take a wild, wild, wild guess. Go ahead. I'll wait. Yeah. 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 Let's join lives here together. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo. Let's move that right there. Yeah. You're not even going to believe this. Like, seriously, I can't make this stuff up right now. So, let me get this off my machine. Let's flip this around. There we go. We got both lives together. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Guess what? 3.5 hours on this machine. Remember my last video where I showed you how to repair a slipped track? Well, that was the right track, and guess where we're at now? I'm sorry, did you just say we slipped the left track? Oh my god, yeah, you're right. We totally slipped the left track. So, this is probably where my day is going to end today. It's what, like 3:15, 3:30. I have dinner planned, so I was hoping to get more done. But instead, I get to fight with a track, which, if you watched my last video, hey, let me do it like this. Just, sorry, that's my... Okay, there we go. Yeah, for anybody who's watching now, if you watched my last video, you saw that we replaced the track on the right side. I hit some rebar then and had not been too thrilled about it, but figured it was my fault. I did tighten the left track too with a little grease when I got the right track back on, but it looks like we're slipping a track again. So, anybody else have one of these? What are your thoughts? I want this to be the best machine on the planet, and so far I've gotten a lot of stuff done. Let me set some things down here. Let me carry both of you out with me. I'll show you what I did. Oh, sorry, anybody dizzy? I'll show you what I did get done today. But like I just said, we just slipped the second track. I don't know if it's a track failure. I am working. Let me show you. I am working in like mud right here since we've had plenty of rain. I know this is terrible videography, guys. I'm sorry. Let me just... So, here, anybody watching either of these? Yeah, let me throw you over here on a tripod. You're sideways now, staring at my house and my belly. But that's fun to look at anyway. Okay. So, here's what I did get done today. This pile of dirt and debris. I got some big logs and some stuff out of here. If you've watched my channel before, either one of my channels, you know that I've got 5 acres. I am trying to... there's more hurricane damage. I gotta hack that down. But I am trying to build a land bridge across this dip, which is an old county road. I'm gonna run it right to the side of the tree and then clear a path to a clearing back there so I can do outdoor gear reviews and stuff like that. And yeah, it's going to be harder to do by hand, that's for sure. But I get to maybe do another video about how to put a skid steer track back on. Just kidding. I'm not going to do a second video on that and whatnot. But I am a little frustrated, to say the least. That's okay. It happens. I'm going to wrap this up in a second. If anybody has any comments, questions, concerns for my well-being, if you see my frustration levels, go ahead, drop them down there. I will keep this live up and available for anybody that wants to watch it, even though the powers that be over in China may not appreciate it. But it is what it is. So another slipped track, this time the left side. So we get to play with that. Even though I did, again, tighten it when I put the right side track on. So here we are, again, 3.5 hours into the machine, and I've lost both tracks now. So I've got a plan to get that back on. I won't do that with you guys here. I will just live that frustration all by myself, and within a matter of seconds, my wife will stick her head out the back door and ask if everything's okay, and I will keep a cool, calm, and level-headed response for her, because if there's guys that watch this, you know, sometimes when something doesn't go to plan, our tempers start a little bit higher than they should. It's not her fault. It's not. So we're going to wrap this up before I just infuriate myself. Thanks so much for hanging out. Again, I'll keep this video up if anybody wants to watch it down the road. And I was hoping to do like 30 minutes of land clearing and log moving. I got 3 pieces of wood moved and like 5 piles of dirt, and that's that. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this up and put that track back on that machine again. And until we see each other again, I'm out. Happy trails. And if anybody wants to send me some better tracks, I mean some newer tracks, I mean some tracks that stay on the machine, it wouldn't break my heart. All right, I'll catch you later. Thanks again, guys. And I'm sure I'll see you before the holidays, so I won't even start with the Merry Christmas chatter just yet.